Playing the market and exploiting game mechanics. These are the tools that will help me get rich as I try to survive 100 days in Battle Brothers Legends as a trader. Playing, of course, on Legendary Combat difficulty with no starting funds and the hardest economy difficulty. Battle Brothers is a very 15% barter, which is quite nice and helping to pull in these lovely profits. The next day we doubled back to Sagao, but they didn't restock their goods yet, so we kept moving. We stopped at Sudfest, but they didn't have any backgrounds we wanted or could afford. We still had an empty slot in our party, and I was determined to fill it with good combat backgrounds to defend our 4 weak and helpless net throwers. By midday we reached Ellengrube and took a find a location quest for an easy 300. No sweat, but they didn't have anything else for us, so we headed west. After using the slower but safer path through the mountains, because of certain events that have scarred us for life, we stopped by Strodorf and happily picked up cheap dyes and paints. They also sold wine, but since food spoils over time, it loses its value over time as well. Not the most stable of profits unless you can sell it immediately, and I wasn't about that this time. Weissenstadt welcomed us with open arms on day 47, and we also got decent prices for their bricks and shards. We couldn't say no to delivering a package to Sagao, so off we went whilst detouring for more goods along the way. Briefly stopped in Shift Drunken, we grabbed more nets, as ours broke in the last fight. One use only, sadly, but also grabbed 2 of their shards for pretty cheap. Krakenwater 2 was selling their shards for cheap, and it was here, almost halfway through our playthrough, that I really felt a sense of trade stability. This was looking up. The 4 villages we scouted at the beginning of the playthrough, they were finally all successful and profitable cogs in our trade machine. Mind you, it took some effort to reach this point, but it felt really good as we did our trade circuits. Other than a double jump scare along the Danger Pass, our journey was uneventful as we safely pulled into Sagao. As we hoped, they did restock completely, and their prices were great. With a completely stocked inventory of goods from across the lands, we were keen to see the juicy profits. Other than being literally chased across the sands by nomads, we strolled into the city-state of Al Anwar in one piece with our goods ready to sell. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us, their warehouse got burnt down recently and we're buying items for 5% more. That, added with our lovely barter percent and slowly growing relations, amounted to a glorious profit of 5,750. 3 days work of wandering the lands, but it always felt so good to see that cash just flow right into our pockets. Day 49, we went to start the trade route all over again, and quickly stopping by Sagao, we noticed something magical was happening before our very eyes. Yes, our favorite little baby village was finally growing up. See, a really cool thing about world economy is that if a settlement of any size thrives well enough, they will be able to upgrade and improve their town in one way or another.